All
Gucci gang,
right.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Is that guy
Oh,
still a thing?
I hope not. But like, I just wanted to let you guys know that I apologize. That's fucking terrible. I don't
Gang,
even know
gang.
why that popped in my head.
Yeah, we're gonna let that one slide, Chris.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you
Yeet.
who it is or any of that shit. Like, we'll just move on real quick.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna start the show now.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
What's going on, friends? It's your boy Stan Tenacious TX Vapes. You are listening to the sexiest podcast since Betty White, and now, Shedtime.
Welcome back to another Shed Time podcast.
Hi.
Yo, shit's about to be crazy around here because at the time of recording this, it's Super Bowl motherfucking Sunday. And, you know,
That is
shit's
true.
kind of lit right now. Everywhere I look, people are like
Dude,
definitely
get the
getting hyped.
chili, the pulled pork, the cornbread. I'm assuming beers.
Bro,
Shed time. You know.
your food selection just now, I'm intrigued because like that is a very South style of party foods, and I like it.
Dude, to me, so like I've been going to Super Bowl parties a lot in my life. Obviously, you know, like the last maybe 5 years, there hasn't been as many parties just because, like, I don't know, I guess I'm getting old as fuck or whatever. But I always those would be things that would always be there because it'd be like kind of a potluck, you know. With my friends, it would be like a potluck party. It'd be more just like an excuse. Like lots of people didn't even really care about football, but it was just that excuse to kind of just hang,
Gather.
with friends and their wives or girlfriends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like a potluck. So like somebody'd be like, "Yo, I'll bring cornbread," and somebody'd be like, "Yo, I'll bring like nacho dip," or whatever it happens to be.
A lot of the
kinda be
times it's
that.
always the finger foods, you know what I mean? So it's like
It's
you'll
easier.
have like your lots of dips,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe some lots of like salads, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
like your
pasta
potatoes
salads, your
and
macaronis, your
Yep.
pastas, that sort of thing. Just like real easy shit that you can literally just like kind of buffet style it, just grab a little bit of whatever. Jalapeno poppers,
Yep.
the little
Yeah,
fucking
oh, yeah.
little smokies and the
Little
barbecue
chicken
sauce,
tendies.
bro.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking yeah, potato skins and mozzarella
Yeah.
sticks, boys.
Dude,
Oh,
like all this
and all
stuff
that
terrible
shit.
for you. Like I actually was listening to the radio the other day, and there was this guy who's an ex-NHLer, right? And he was talking about, he's like, okay, so he's like, I literally was playing for like the Florida Panthers at the time, and he's like, I probably gained 15 pounds on one Super Bowl. And the next day, like it got out to like our coaching staff or whatever that I just fucking went crazy and ate like 5 pounds of wings and all this shit. And they told him that they wanted to weigh him the next day. And first of all,
shit.
I didn't know that that was a thing, but I guess it makes sense. Like, you know, like they're professional athletes and like they want to be on top of you for being in proper health, right? But he's like, listen, you can find me. I'll never go. I'll fucking get sent to the minors. I'm not stepping on that fucking scale today. Cause he's like, bro, I fucking went ham. Like, he's like, I was eating fucking mozzarella sticks. He's
Oh.
like 5 pounds of wings. He's like pulled pork. You got it. You know, he's just saying all this shit. The guy's name's Anthony Stewart. He's actually a fucking riot.
dude.
But yeah, he was talking about how like he gained like 15 pounds on one Super Bowl day. So people definitely get really into it. That's for sure.
Going hard in the
Dude,
paint, bro.
I haven't like done a Super Bowl party in a long time. Like back in the day when I was still like into football, I had the homies that were like wicked into football. Like, you know, those were my weed selling days, man. So it was great. Like I had a fucking quarter pound of weed and everybody wanted to come buy weed for me and hang out and watch Super Bowl. So we'd fucking party. It was always like, you know,
Yeah, that's like one of those really good situations where you're like, okay, that's cool. Like people can come by. I'm gonna make some bank, and people are gonna come by and chill, and it'll build up the ambiance of this.
Not only
game.
that,
Like, it'll
but you
get a
can just
little bit
smoke
more
all that
fucking
weed
rowdy.
you sold.
Exactly. Yo, I'll tell you what, shit like that was great because in those circumstances, you could sell your head bag.
Yeah.
You
You're
just
gonna-
sell your head bag and then go grab another QP and you just made all profit off your head bag.
Yeah, because you can smoke it all while you're chilling. 'Cause
That's
all the
like,
homies just
it
bought
was
from
so
you,
good.
they're gonna
Dude, you
smoke
know
it
what's
out.
like honestly sad about like, so today is Super Bowl Sunday, right? Like while we're recording this. And my birthday is at the end of January. So pre 9/11, my birthday used to fall on Super Bowl Sunday. when it was a Sunday, because it would be my birthday is January 31st. So the Super Bowl used to always be the last Sunday in January. That's how it always was, like pre 2001. And I remember I was I want to say that I was like 19 or 20 years old, and there was a Super Bowl on my birthday, and just like it was great because you knew that you were gonna have something to do on your birthday.
Yeah.
Like on those days, you know, because I remember I think I was probably like 13, and then it didn't happen again until I was probably 20, because there was like a leap year or whatever else. But still, like I probably have missed some since 2001. But it was always dope because you just already be with all your friends. That's like the kind of the cool thing about people that have birthdays on holidays and stuff. It's like if your birthday was Memorial Day weekend, for example, if you live in America, right?
Yeah.
Like chances are growing up, like you'd have homies that were going to be around and you'd be doing shit with them because it's Memorial Day weekend and everybody does it. But it's also your birthday, so it's kind of like you are more important because people are like, yo, it's fucking James's birthday, let's go. You know what I mean? Like your birthday is actually really close to Labor Day weekend, so it's like that same idea, right?
And I usually always end up having like either like a 4-day weekend, either the weekend before or after like my birthday.
Yeah,
how it happens.
It's like kind of nice, only because like when you're younger, like now it doesn't fucking matter, obviously.
Right.
But like when you're younger and like you want to do all these things and you have more going on in your life, it's like it's nice to have your birthday kind of revolved around that, where people aren't like, oh, you know, I got to do this, I got to do that. It's like, yo, people are going to go to a Super Bowl party, or like people are going to go to somebody's like lake house for the weekend on like Labor Day weekend because it's like the end of summer. Or
Right. Yeah, man. Like I get a holiday that falls on my birthday from time to time, but I tell you what, it's nothing anybody's celebrating.
Dude, is it President's Day?
No. Martin Luther King Day usually will fall on my birthday. That is the only holiday because like I'm January 17th, and so Martin Luther King Day, I think is one of those where like it's a second Monday, third Monday, whatever it is, kind of a deal. And so, yeah, there are times that my birthday is also like, I think it was just this year. My birthday was Martin Luther King Day. And it's like, people aren't partying for Martin Luther King Day. You know what I mean?
No,
it's a somber holiday.
Yeah.
You know, we're
like
respecting the work.
Like Veterans Day or whatever, right?
Right. Or, you know, it's like, man, like...
Yeah, I don't actually remember anybody being born. So like up here on November 11th, it's called Remembrance Day. And I don't know anyone that was born on that day, but like that wouldn't be a day be like partying, right? You'd be like, oh, this is fucking sad.
Yeah, like that's a sad day, you know, like, or it's supposed to be. But then again, though, Memorial Day weekend, that's what Memorial Day is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the day that we like memorialize those who have given their life for the country. And in America, we're just like, fuck it, we're gonna throw a rip
but at
off.
the same time, like, you know, part of me thinks that people at that time, they were fighting for the ability to do that, right? Like they were fighting for like, you know, number one, to like beat the bad people, but they're fighting for the future of people being able to do what they wanted, you know what I mean? And like for them to have the ability to have a good time and not speak German, I guess, really.
Yeah
Like,
I'm
in like a real broad scope things like but
yeah, like that could be a whole weird episode in and of itself, right? Like, what would it have been like if we all lost?
Sie sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Like, we'd all be part of the Nazi party and Nazi Earth. That's awkward.
It would be just Earth, yeah.
Like, that was the goal, right? Dude wanted to fucking take over the entire planet. That's fucking creepy. Like, where are you from? Oh, I'm from the other part.
Yeah.
Germany. The one way over there. Oh yeah, where are you from? I'm from the other part of Germany that's way the fuck over that way. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, thank God it didn't go down like that. And praise be to the aliens too, because I'm sure that if you're an alien believer, they had some level of intervention. I definitely think they're watching us and they're like, these silly little animals. They're not ready for us to show them the truth yet.
Dude, honestly, like, just you saying that, I don't know why, but it just popped in my brain. It's like, yo, so why not aliens, right? Like, I'm not saying there's not aliens. I'm not saying there is, but like, why not?
Right.
And then like, why not are like aliens just like they're not coming to show us shit, bro. We're just their fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're fun. It's like you getting an ant farm and like you creating an ant farm. Do you think the ants in the ant farm think that there's anything beyond that ant farm? Hell no.
So it's interesting you say that, because I agree, right? Aliens, why not? Like, it's just
like, I don't
an
say for sure,
absolute.
but why not?
Like, at the end of the day, mathematically speaking, it seems like a basic probability that we are not the only living creatures in this planet, or in the entire existence of the the solar systems and everything. So, like, yeah, why not? But then in that vein, I say that there's probably a lot of interaction, and I think that it's happened for eons and eons. I am an ancient alien believer. I do believe that there was interaction with a more elevated, more advanced race of creature, of being from a different planet. They came here. They probably intervened in many different ways. And when you think about the scope of time and space, at the end of the day, we can go through hundreds of thousands of lifetimes just for them to make a round trip. Hey, we'll be back. We're going to go get a pack of cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like, that can literally be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of human lifetimes before they make this return. We don't know. We don't know. So, like, who's to say that fucking ancient Egypt and all that crazy stuff that, like, they point to on shows like Ancient Aliens, where they're like, yeah, see, that's an alien figure, and this is my proof of that, and this is my proof of this. Who's to say it's not actually that? But we just haven't been around for the big return yet, where they're like, all right, gang's back in town. What did we miss? It's like, oh, y'all went a little crazy since we left, huh? Y'all was so tribal before.
You guys destroyed this place.
Yeah.
It's like your parents, when you your parents would go away for a weekend and you like trash the fucking house and try to clean it like you think you're doing something, but like ultimately it's like, no, it's obvious you destroyed everything. That's like basically what these aliens are going to be like.
That's what I'm saying.
In like 2047, just throwing that number out there. And
right.
Hopefully I'm still alive then, and I'll see it happen.
Just gonna come home and be like, kids, what the fuck did you do? What?
Dude, I don't want to get spanked by an alien. Just throwing that out there.
I mean, listen. You can't say that.
No king shame, but I'm not into that.
I'm just saying, you can't say that because you've never been spanked by an alien.
I was about to say, have you done it, bro?
No, I haven't. But like,
have you tried it?
I've been spanked in my life. It wasn't the greatest. You know what? Okay, this is the thing, right? I don't know about you guys. There's some things in my life I don't need to try to know.
I'm just saying, when my wife smacks my ass a couple of times, it's not the same as when my mother turned me over her knee and hit me with a fucking wooden spoon.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, you are attracted to your wife. Like, I don't think that I'd be attracted to an alien, but you never know.
Don't know that.
Maybe,
she might have
I've
3 huge titties.
I've never seen one, so that's true. I might be.
She might be like that chick from, what is that, The Fifth Element with the 3 knockers? Total Recall, that's what it was.
Yeah, dude.
Fifth Element too. I'll take Lilu.
Oh, dude. Honestly, yes. I agree.
Right. If that's what the aliens are gonna look like, I'm okay with that too. I might even go for some Avatar aliens. We can live with that. They're kind of cool.
What was the deal? Like, Avatar, it's been a fucking minute since I've seen it, but they were like way bigger than human beings, right?
Oh, fuck
they were,
yeah, dude.
2.5, 3 times as tall kind of idea.
They're giants.
Yeah.
But they looked like fucking giant cat people.
They actually look pretty cool. Honestly, like, that movie was pretty cool. And I also just love the idea that the fact that the dude was like paralyzed, but when he got to go there, he could run and sprint. It was cool. It'd be like a dream for a lot of people, right?
This again,
maybe
this
not
is
the whole cat 3 times as big as humans and everything.
I don't know. That might be a cool dream to live, but like, this is where that whole like understanding how movies are made thing gets weird for me, because like, having seen how they did most of that movie, it's like, I can't fathom trying to do that from a producer's perspective, right? Because you're dressing a bunch of people in green neon suits in a giant matching green neon room, and they're having to do a lot of the things you're watching on screen on a full green set. So that way all of that gets digitally rendered and entered in editing. And it's like, it is the weirdest shit when you're just like, you're watching somebody and they're laying on their stomach on top of this green apple box pretending to swim, you know?
I think that would be really challenging, obviously.
And then you go and you see the clip, how it's been edited afterward, and it's like, yeah, there they are. They're just gently swimming.
And it like looks
Everything's
legit.
Yeah, and it looks so legit.
I guess there were like
Or-
groundbreaking shit in that movie, though.
Yeah, and well, it's like that opened the door for like all the shit that you're saying with like all the Marvel stuff, dude. Because it's the same thing. Like all those fucking scenes are mainly fucking or like, dude. Here's another one. Fucking Mandalorian, for instance. A lot of the fucking they were literally in a fucking like box that was all green. All the fucking like scenery and everything was pretty much just projected onto these screens, and they just had to act in like these small little fucking green box rooms. And then you watch it, and it's just literally they create this entire fucking world around these dudes that are literally they have nothing to go off of, really. You know what I mean? They don't see shit. They're just doing their thing, and then all of a sudden you see it, and it's like, oh fuck, dude.
If people ever want to get an idea what it's like seeing that sort of thing happen, there's a great music video by a fantastic rapper. You guys might know him. His name is Action Bronson. Fucking shout out to Action Bronson. Love that dude. But his Acting Crazy music video is a fantastic example of how that shit actually looks, because like they did the whole thing where they're cutting in and out of him in the like green room, so to speak, and you're actually watching as he goes from sitting on the simple box to suddenly riding a fucking rocket ship to the moon. And then all of a sudden it like cuts and he like gets up and moves around the room and goes and like resets and then like does the next weird little thing. And then all of a sudden they cut in what it's going to be, and you watch the next weird thing that they've got him doing. It's a trip.
I actually don't know if
cool.
I know a single Action Bronson song, but like I know the dude's name. Like I don't know what he looks like, anything,
bro.
But I know the dude's
You
name.
should check him out, bro.
You need to get yourself some Action Bronson in your life. If you're like an NF, you're gonna get into some Action Bronson.
Okay, I'll listen to it.
This man is so wild. Literally, he starts the second verse of that song with, "I feel so alive, I think I shit myself. I should kiss myself." Like, what?
Yeah.
That's how you open a verse. You got my attention. Like, dope.
He's got a lot of dope lines, bro. He raps about food a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Did he do like a show? Like,
Yeah,
That's Delicious.
Fuck, that's delicious.
Okay, maybe that's why I know him, but maybe I knew he was a rapper, but I'd never heard.
He also
his
did
rap,
that
but I've
Ancient
seen that.
Aliens show too,
Yeah, he did
where he got
Ancient
where he just
Aliens
got
with
high and
Action
fucking-
Bronson.
and watched Ancient Aliens with a bunch of people.
See, we could totally do an episode like that where, like, obviously we would get copyright strikes if we actually showed the Ancient Aliens on the stream, but we could totally like just watch an episode together, not putting it on in the Zoom, and just leave
Wonder
our
if the audio
commentary.
would get fucking caught though.
You might be able to select it to not get caught.
So theoretically, I mean, we are all wearing headphones.
Here's the thing though, because how do these people get away with doing reaction videos?
So that there's fair use. There is the fair use law. An interesting thing. I'm so weird. This just came up
Because we could just be reacting to Ancient Aliens. Bro.
That's what it would be. And fair use law is a really interesting thing, because I was just reading about an article. There's a YouTuber who he does like anime reviews, and he also does like drawing tutorials of anime characters on his YouTube. Dude's got like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, so he's pretty big in his field. And he recently had 150 of his videos hit with copyright strikes from this particular company in Japan who own the rights to Dragon Ball Z. So this kid actually went ahead, appealed it, and started to fight it with YouTube. And claiming the fair use clause, that, you know, all he was ever doing was showing small clips in the video to give example to what he was talking about real quick. And in other cases, it was literally just showing a small photo image of the character that he's showing you how he's going to draw. So fair use law apparently doesn't exist in Japan. And so as a result, this caused for some really weird fuckery to happen. And long story short, it now made it so that this kid got all of his copyright strikes removed, and he's just not allowed to air in Japan because there is no fair use law in Japan. So as far as Japanese law is concerned, he is violating their copyright law in Japan.
Interesting.
But he's not a Japanese content creator on YouTube. He's not directly marketing to the Japanese people and their consumers. And so as a result, it was deemed that he was 100% able to, you know, claim fair use as United States law is concerned and keep his channel safe. So that does, for people who, you know, are thinking about these sort of things, that does mean that now, in this sort of circumstance, someone like us could, in theory, use a clip of something we were talking about in the fair use law and be protected on YouTube.
All right. Well, I know that like there's definitely a fucking ton of people that do reaction videos. So like I assume that there's got to be some level of
I think all we
them.
really have to do is just like say the fact that it is a reaction and then just post a link to the actual video in the description.
Do you think that also maybe that stuff like that can't be monetized? Because like I would assume that if you just do a strictly reactionary thing and like every single one's a reaction and you're sharing your screen or whatever with your face, like a picture of your face, you reacting to it, I would imagine that you can't get anything from that, but you can still gain followers.
I think you can.
And
yeah, you should be able to, honestly.
So like does a original video get
there's some really big reaction channels and they make a lot of because dude, there's a whole thing about them.
Whatever, that dude.
Because I used to watch a few like reaction things every now and then, just because why not? It just happened to be on YouTube. I watch them, but like there's like a whole thing similar to like with the vape scene and every other scene. Like they were getting hit with strikes and shit, and like their videos were getting demonetized and that sort of thing. So like it's been happening everywhere. But yeah, they're still getting monetized too. It's just you got to make sure you're following the guidelines, which obviously change from day to day.
Yeah, it's difficult for sure. But it's interesting because like as they set precedents for new situations, it allows you to understand how they're going to move forward in the future. And that's something that I think is really interesting, is that it shows that you may have a situation now where YouTube says, yeah, you can't actually air this video only in this region. I actually know that I have a video clip on one of my YouTube channels that has that. It's restricted and won't be allowed to be played in, is it Russia? Something? I can't fucking remember. It's like some weird,
crazy.
Like Europe country, something like that. Somewhere out in that region, and I can't remember anymore. But for whatever reason, it was deemed inappropriate by their content standards in their country, but it does not violate any content standards for YouTube in the United States, so it's perfectly fine. And it really, like, there's nothing, like, it's a weird clip, okay? It's one of my most viewed clips ever, and it shows you how fucking odd YouTube is. It is a behind-the-scenes clip of an underground hip-hop artist I used to do work with. We were shooting a music video for his song, and we were taking a break between scenes to reset some stuff, and one of the girls in the video is scantily clad. She's got a collar on with a leash. He takes her next door on the leash to go get a pack of cigarettes, and then comes back over to the club. And I just follow to see if we get any reactions from people while they do it. And we do. We get a few people like, "Oh my God, that's so weird. You guys are creepy," that sort of thing. But it was nothing crazy, nothing sexual, nothing wild. It was just this girl walks into a fucking store, buys a pack of cigarettes, and leaves. And it's literally like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of views for no reason at all.
Dude, I remember there's actually shout out to King City Secondary School, but there was at the time, it was like goth was really starting to like pop off, and so unfortunately, we used to just call them like the zombies. So like I know that it's like poor taste now, and I wouldn't do that now, but like at the time, when you're a teenager in the 90s, like you might say that, but I remember there was this one dude that used to be on a chain, and his girlfriend would walk him everywhere. No joke. Like, dude, you go up to like the plaza. So we were allowed to leave school property at my school anyways. I don't know if that was like a everyone in Canada thing or what, but when you're in high school, you could leave school property, and there was a plaza just down the street, and that's where everyone would go to get lunch. There was like multiple things, and dude, this guy would get like walked up there with like a choke collar, and his like little like girlfriend, I almost called her a zombie, but like I said, once again, I feel bad, but part of me also thinks it's funny. I don't know why. I'm probably a terrible human being, but yeah, he would get walked up there, and dude, you'd even watch, and like I'd just be sitting there like high as fuck, like just smoking cigarettes, like after eating a slice of pizza or something, and you'd see, and dude, she would just stop him, and like you could see it like just clamp his neck down hard, and so he'd have like bruising and shit on his neck, and I was like, why do people do this? But it was like that was just the beginnings, like the beginning times, bro, of like,
hey bro,
that
this goes
shit
back
happening.
to kink shaming, bro. Don't kink shame.
Yeah, dude, I'm not. Yeah, once again, I'm not kink shaming. I'm not 100%. If that was you, I'm sorry.
You can call back, bro.
It seems like I'm attacking you. I'm not attacking you at all. It's just a reference.
I just found the video I was talking about with that behind the scenes. 93,500 views currently since May of 2013.
Dude, that is 10,000 plus views per year.
Yo, like
average.
And it's literally like, as I describe in it, what happens when your slave runs out of cigarettes? You walk her to the store.
Yeah, I think that maybe it's like a bit more like, I don't want to say weird. It's a bit more shocking when it's like a woman that is the one that is getting like dominated.
I don't know, man.
For public.
You
don't think so? You don't think that public perceptive would be like, they would think that both of them were strange, but they might be concerned if it was the woman that was, you know what I mean? Maybe not. I don't know.
I think the public perception in general is always going to be like, yo, that's just weird in general, right? I spent a lot of time with the people.
That's not normal.
Like, I spent a lot of time with the people involved in that project when I worked on that project with him. And I'm talking like we worked on that project over the course of a year to compile all the things we needed. And I got to tell you, I would say that, like, as far as that community is concerned, it's a 50-50 split as to male dom and femdom. And I will also say that the thing that would surprise most people is that there are a lot of what are known as switches. They like it both ways. They like to be the top and the bottom, depending on the partner. So then that just skews that number and stuff. But that community is interesting, right? Because for them, it's all about what they call safe, sane, and consensual. So as long as those three things are being adhered to, no shame. You want to dress up like fucking furries and fuck each other? No shame. You want to get fucking beaten and flogged until you're bruised? No shame. As long as that's what you want and no one's going like, too far that it's like actually like harm, have fun.
Like you're saying that you're giving them your approval. Is that what you're saying, or you just because like I don't care what you want to do, right? Like I really don't. If it doesn't affect me, it doesn't affect me.
100%. That's what I'm saying. Like I am 100% in that community.
Like if you're gonna do that, maybe on
it.
the streets, that's different. You know what I mean? But if you're like in your home or a private place, I don't care what you do.
Nope.
I don't
if
know
you
if
want to
I'd,
live
like,
that
want to be
life
walking down the street and like, you know what I mean? Like seeing some dude repeatedly get kicked in the balls, like, and he's like getting off on it. Like I don't know if I need to see that on the street, but you do that somewhere where it's like not out in the open. Fucking have at her, bud.
There's levels, right? Like obviously, it's not sane to be kicking someone in the nuts out in the middle of the street in public, right? But what is sane is sometimes to have a choker that you have a little control over so that you can say, hey, settle down.
Yeah, and you know what? If that was just like happening and I wasn't really, privy to that, I wouldn't care. Like I don't care. If you had like a beeper in your pocket, whatever. Like,
A beeper
cool.
in the pocket, yeah, dude. Those are things, man.
Well, dude, I seen like this was a while ago. I was just scrolling on. It was either Facebook or YouTube, but it was probably YouTube. And this dude, like, he had something. I think that he had like vibrating panties, and he gave it to his like girlfriend.
Yep.
And he would like press the button, and she was like, they were out with his mom, and he would just press it like here and there. I actually did think it was pretty funny because you're like, yo, that's his mom. He's doing this shit for his mom. Like, what a fucking.
But that's the thing, right? Is that like, this is the part that becomes maybe strange for some people to grasp, but like for her, there's a certain freedom that she's getting by putting him in that type of control. And on top of that, there's the excitement because that's a fucking sketch situation.
Dude, it's weird. I would never want to do that in front of my mom, but like maybe I would if I was making millions of dollars and getting fucking mad views on shit. Maybe my perspective would change. I don't know.
Switch it though, right? Like maybe you don't want to take that risk and do it in front of your mom because that's like maybe a little too risque for your taste. However, I've also seen the clips where like the guy and his girl will be set up like that and they'll be out to like a restaurant for lunch.
Yeah, see, that seems
and different. She'll like try to go place her order and he'll go turn it on and she's like, and can I get French fries with that? You know, and like there's a certain thrill and excitement that they're both getting. They're having a blast doing it. And like at the end of the day, like if I'm the waiter and that's happening, I'm gonna walk in back to the kitchen and be like, yo, listen, I don't know what the fuck's going on at my table right now, but I'm pretty sure this bitch just had an orgasm in the middle of my taking her order. Y'all need to just keep your eye on that table. Something funny is gonna happen. We'll watch that girl take a drink and spill it.
Fresh today because this chick just came while I took her order. Like, I don't know what happened. I must be looking good, boys.
Oh my god. Funny.
Like Dimple's doing work today, son.
Bro, I just walked into the dispensary earlier today on that very same note, and the girl at the counter was like, yo, that's so weird. I was literally just thinking about you. And I was like, damn, you know, I'm so dope. Sometimes I'm always just thinking about me too. Oh shit,
dude! Fuck modesty when you can get humor out of it, you know.
Bro, well, you know, full disclosure, it's the dispensary I work for, so of course it makes a little more sense. It's one of my co-workers who might have been thinking about me, and that now it makes sense. But yeah, it was just hysterical that I was like, yeah, sometimes I'm so dope. Sometimes I think about myself when I'm not here too. But I did go and scoop up this fucking fire, and I think it's why I'm starting to feel all loose. It's this Deer Creek diesel from Bountiful Farms, and let me show you, fellas, and you know, to all of our Patreons who are going to be able to see this gorgeous nug too. That's some.
Oh, that's nice and green.
That's some super fire. This is Bountiful Farms once again. These guys are award winners out here in the state of Massachusetts, and you can see why this bud catches awards. And yeah, man,
Catching them ribbons, son.
it's Colorado something and sour diesel crossed. I'll have to look it back up here in a second because I cannot remember.
I mean, it doesn't sound bad.
But it's like a nice 50-50 hybrid. If it's anything, I'm feeling like yeah, it might even lean a little into the sativa winds the way that I'm feeling right now. But I'll tell you what, it definitely has that like super weird, earthy, like, it's hard to explain it. Like, when you hear the word diesel, you're expecting the diesel gas fuel aroma, and I don't get a diesel fuel aroma. It's more of like a strange chemical kind of aroma, like a chem dog would instead of a normal diesel. But it's mighty fucking nice. Terpenes, not the greatest. Like, it's not super tasty. It's just kind of like earthy and subdued. But the high is a fucking winner. But I gotta know what's with yours there, Mr. Overdrip?
I'm just kicking it. I have just some black gas, dude. I just finished up some black gas.
Okay. I thought you said something else the first time, bro.
And yeah, dude, it's good. You know, the Dynavap never lets me down when it comes to flavor or just usability or anything. I love it. But yeah, just some black ass. That's about it, honestly. And I'm just keeping it chill. I just got like one vape on, just a Pulse AIO. I actually got some Georgie Ultraviolet in here though, so I was spoiling myself.
See, I got out of control, and I actually have 2 setups going, so I feel kind of uncomfortable, but I'm liking it because this is the weirdest thing, fellas. I got a fruit vape.
Like, yeah, it is weird for you, for sure.
It's very weird, but I like it. I like it a fucking lot, dude. It's that new guava jelly from Vinyl and Vapor, and it's like a fantastic guava lemonade. It's so goddamn good. Dude,
nice.
Yeah, you need it. But what are you smoking on there, James?
I've just got a little bit of some Stizzy Dosey mints here. Nice little hybrid action. Coming in at 80%, but look at that, a nice live rosin complexion.
Rosin shots.
Nice yellow, bright yellow, or actually kind of got like a creamy yellow consistency going on there. Got a nice dab loaded up inside the freshly cleaned recycler.
Yeah, it looks
nice
real
and
clean
there. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be dabbing on, just keeping it light as far as that goes, not trying to go through all my concentrates, because I only got this and a little bit of some, what I got in there? Some gelato mints, diamonds in the mini fridge for later. And then as far as vape setups go, keeping it simple as well. I'm just rocking a Pulse AIO like Chris. Got the Voltrove RBA in there with some Homeboy Mango, because mango is life. Actually just finished up the last of my bottle, filled up the last tank's worth. But yeah, I'm about to throw down this dab, dude.
Do you get that dab in you?
Yes.
Let's get it, boys. Cold starts are the way to go, ladies and gentlemen. Just like this, just kind of let it go, let it do its thing. You just let it heat up, and you just wait and wait, and then eventually you'll start to see your concentrate start to bubble. And then eventually you'll start to see a little bit of vapor start to build. Once that vapor starts to build,
rip that shit.
Let it rip, Tater Chip.
Love it.
Fat clouds. Perfect tasting dab every time.
And you're never gonna burn your bangers, folks, and that is key. Nobody wants to chaz their banger fucking too quick.
Facts. Facts.
I keep looking at one of these little like mini pocket bongs that we've been selling at the shop, dude. They're like literally this big, and it takes like a little 10 millimeter banger. I'm like, oh man, I kind of want one. But then I think to myself, I'm totally going to burn the beak.
It's like those little MJ Arsenal mods, or MJ Arsenal rigs. They're like tiny, bro. They're like this.
Yeah. Like, I totally dig the idea of a little pocket rig, but I think at this point, that's really what having Puffco pens and shit are all about.
Dude, that's what a Dynavap's for, bro. Just get that Dynavap. Just do it. Just do it.
I mean,
because dude, you could even have some fucking hash, dude. Okay, so have any of us? You guys know that I have, but have you guys ever tried a dab in the Dynacoil? Like I remember we talked about it.
I have.
I've done a few.
Yeah,
of
and
them.
what was it like? Like I'm not asking you to compare it directly to a dab rig and everything, but what was it like?
I was
didn't
very
like it.
disappointed.
Yep.
Uh,
So here's the thing. I did find out that there's more to it than I think I gave it in the very beginning. And I tried it once, and I think if I kept wasting a ton of concentrate till I figured it out, I'd be great. I would enjoy it eventually. But that's my issue. I don't want to continuously waste concentrate with subpar hits to get to that knowledge level I need, and that's my concern, is that that's what I'm doing. Because I started to figure out, like, all right, I want to preheat that shit with the coil in there, so that way it's nice and warm already. Then I would, wait for the click, take the cap off, I would load the dab then, so there's already some heat stored up in the coil. Then I would run a heat cycle on it. Knowing what we know now about, those serious bass drops, like, I feel like if I really wanted to go back to it and give it a go, I could probably get a really decent dab out of it now. But I definitely know it's still in a trial and error phase for me, and
yeah, like you'd have to dial it in to get closer to what you're looking for. Not necessarily the same kind of hit you would get from like a rig, but just what you're looking for.
Exactly. And I don't smoke cheap concentrates.
See, that's the thing, dude. I might end up grabbing some, but I'm also like, I don't know, because I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. And then I'm just gonna have like this gram hash that I don't even use.
So like that's the weird thing, right? Like to me, there was a time that like cheaper concentrate was something I didn't like. I didn't notice a difference. Like I couldn't tell the difference. And then it kind of got to one of these things where it's like, as I started getting more and more into the higher quality concentrates, then I started to see the difference, and I started to taste the difference. And that was when it got to a point that like, it, like anybody who gets into certain things, right? Like you just start going more into the high end field because that's what you prefer. And when it came to cannabis, that was what I preferred, was more of that high end product. And that high end product always comes with a greater price tag. So
unfortunately, there's a lot of things in life, not everything, that like the more money you spend, the more quality you get. Right?
Yes, you definitely can get what you pay for in a lot of scenarios.
So like it's just one of those things, man, because that's the thing. Sometimes I'll go into the dispensary and I buy flower, obviously, and I'll look and there'll be like something new that like looks real good, and like I'll like fucking take a sniff and I'll be like, yo, dude, this smells fucking fire. But it'll be like $14 a gram when I can get other real good shit for like $8. Like I can go and I can get like GMO for $8, but I'll get dude, I'll always fucking grab it, bro. I'll always grab it. And like at the end of the day, do I think that it's worth like almost twice the price? Probably not, but it's like that nice switch up. It's like sometimes you need to try the finer things in life, and like you don't know if they're finer until you try them.
Man,
sometimes, yeah.
Treat yourself. Honestly, this is the thing that I've learned over my many of years of going to dispensaries, man. Is like I was the guy that I would always try to go and get the deal, bro. I want to get the best that I can get for the least amount of money because I want the most for the best, bang for my buck. You know what I mean? But then I started realizing that if I started, not just like picking up like whatever's like the like most smelliest or looks the best, but actually like either ask questions, or if nowadays a lot of the places kind of have like listings of whatever the percentages are. You know what I mean? I started looking for stuff that's a little bit more complex, like Sean was saying, with like, maybe not so high in the THC or whatever, but maybe it's got a little bit more CBD or whatever in that. And then I also found out that sometimes if you spend the money, you could pick up an eighth that would get you just as high as like a quarter of that $8 set that you just bought. You know what I mean? You won't have to smoke as much, and it hits you just so much harder. You know what I mean? But it's also, like I said, that's just through me going so many times over the years and, trying the different things and, finding out that, sometimes, yeah, you can get a good deal and you can find some stuff for like, $7 or $8 a gram that's actually pretty decent because they don't know what they had and they just thought, oh, this is just some whatever. And in reality, it's actually some pretty decent shit. But then there's also times where it's just like, maybe I'll spend like the extra $10, pick this up and be like, oh yeah, that was a way better purchase. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Like there are companies out there in most of the legal markets in the United States, and a lot of our multi-state operators out there, right? And like the way I often try to like describe it to newcomers to the whole cannabis scene is it's like, think about the beer market, right? Like you've got Budweiser's, and then you've got Coors, and then you've got people like Sam Adams, and then you've got people who are the craft beer companies, and you get the huge craft beer companies and you get the small craft beer companies. I'm like, and that's really what we're seeing in weed already. We have some big national brands, we have some small but big companies in this in like maybe regional senses.
You're bringing up a good point.
Got those really small craft companies, and they're all playing different roles, they're all creating different products, and they all have different vibes and ideas, right? Like Cresco brand is a brand that I think anybody in the United States is familiar with at this point. You've probably seen Cresco if you're in any of the legal states, and they are literally the number 2 company in the country, the second largest. The first one is Curaleaf. Cresco, because of their merger and acquisitions that they've done and the growth that they've created, now is able to do things like provide a liquid live resin cart at distillate cartridges prices.
Yeah.
Dude, it is crazy to think like national like cannabis brands. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter what country it is, because like even up here, I don't know. I personally, I don't know. I get all my shit from a reserve. So like, I don't know what it's like to really go into like the provincial, like weed shops that are like on the books, for everybody to go to. I think I might have to go into one and just see if there's like a name brand, all that stuff with it. Cause like when I buy at the dispensary, it gives you the testing breakdown and then the strain. Like it doesn't tell you who is the producer of it.
Well, they probably are the producer, and that's the thing.
I don't know if they are, but like,
well, because that's the thing, right? Like, I know there's different people are doing that. It's a great
store, but there's not a huge. They'd have to have like a pretty big place in order to grow all that. Maybe.
They don't have to grow it there in that building. They can grow it off-site and produce everything off-site. Like, you could be walking into the retail facility, and they could have a whole different plot of land with greenhouses to grow. Or a whole warehouse in another part of the area that is running an entire indoor grow facility. A lot of people do that here in this state, where
that's what goes on out here, bro.
Yeah,
all over the place.
Like Nova Farms, I love those guys. Great company, great people. Love their backstory. They have their grow facilities all the way out in the Berkshires, which is way in western part of Massachusetts. But all of their retail facilities are on like the eastern and central part.
It's like a lot of the big grows in like fucking LA or like the big shops and stuff in LA and stuff. All their grows are out here.
Oh yeah, Burner's not growing no cookies weed in LA.
Yeah, it's all out here, dude. Because they can get the warehouse, they can get the land or the warehouses to do it. Because like honestly, dude, what they've done, a lot of them are over in the old Air Force Base out here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because there's all kinds
of
dude, are they
hangars and shit?
Yeah, because there's all kinds of fucking shit out there, dude, and they've gone out
Yeah,
here and
that's
like bought them
crazy.
out and turned some of them into like distribution centers and like production facilities and stuff. But there's probably so many of them left over that they've ended up, you know, probably buying them out. Not only that, but there's so much land out there that they could build like one of those fucking tin warehouses real quick if they wanted to, if they can get the land cheap enough and then
Well,
do whatever they want. You know
Not
what I
to
mean? 'Cause
mention, you're not far from Gilroy. Gilroy is garlic country, right? And fucking shit, you can grow weed in the same conditions you can grow garlic.
well, dude, I've grown weed out here, dude. It's not that hard. You know
Which,
what I
yeah,
mean?
that's why we call it weed, ladies and gentlemen, because it'll grow anywhere.
But like one thing I also wanted to point on though, Sean, was like you're saying, it's just like a lot of the times, like when you go into these shops and you go for like some of these more mom pop growers that do tend to sometimes, you know, charge a little bit more for their product or whatever. They're usually specialized in like whatever you're getting. So like they're growing the certain strain, they're growing that specific strain to the best of their ability compared to growing like 12 different strains to just like because there's a difference between quality weed and production weed. You know what I mean? This is the thing that I feel like people don't understand, because dude, production weed can look awesome and it'll be great or whatever, but it's, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But then there's sometimes where you get that real good quality stuff that someone really took their time with, really knows the plant and what it takes to get it to its fullest potential and grows it to that. And then you get that shit. That shit is when you're like, okay, all right, this makes sense, dude. That's why I like that the Wonderbird, the Brett stuff that you guys see me pick up. That's why I usually tend to pick that stuff up, because they really do, like, it is in essence a production weed, because they do tend to, you know, put it out to a lot of people, but they also take the time to grow their buds to the fullest of their extent, to where they smell like they're fucking, oh dude, the most delicious buds, and they taste just like they smell, and like they get you nice and fucking high. They're not super high in the terpenes, so that are not super high in the THC, so you know that they've got all the that means there's more room for the fuck, I can't even think
All
right
those
now.
other compounds,
Yeah, all the other shit, dude. And but yeah, that's why I whenever I go to the store, I like to try to grab a little something different each time. You know what I mean? Sometimes I like right now I'm kind of on a stizzy kick, just because I do enjoy the price point is, you know, a little bit on the lower side, but the quality's good for what it is. You know what I mean?
The thing with Stizzy, I was reading an article about them, and the thing with Stizzy is that they've really been able to streamline production, so that way they can offer the prices they offer. When you do have people who can streamline the production, you know, to a certain degree, you can do that. Like we have a cultivator out here, and like when I think about
as big as they are too,
right,
they can do it.
Like I think about there's a company out here, Sierra Naturals. I think about them as like a Sam Adams type level. Like, you know, like Sam Adams is technically a national craft beer. Yeah. I think of this company the same way. Like they do some things extremely well, and then they have some stuff that's just straight up mids, in my opinion. But if you like, they do a do-si-do that they can provide a $45 eighth, because they've streamlined it and they've honed it in so well that they can maximize that production and bang out do-si-do ace at $45 retail. And now we look like goddamn heroes because we can sell you a pretty goddamn good fucking eighth for a damn great price.
Yeah. And that's another thing, dude, is like even their flour that they provide solid too. You know, I've picked it up a few times. Like I just picked up this pink Asahi the last time, strain I've never really heard of, but like, dude, buds are super nice and tight, super purpley fucking nugs, dude. Like I was showing you guys. Actually, here, let's show the patrons.
Dude, I'm just gonna say that like any bud that has saw in it is gonna be good. Like that's just a fact.
That has what?
Dude.
Oh yeah, saw.
Asahi.
Like you're not gonna. This camera's not gonna do it justice, bro. Let me see if I can get more light.
Light it up.
Oh.
Ooh.
No. Nope.
You're blocking it. Ah.
Let's move this. This is gonna.
Yeah, I gotta get that light like right over the camera.
Oh, you know what? I could zoom in. Hold on. Oh, I'm blocking it when I'm putting my hand up. But this nug is just super nicely shaped. You're not going to be able to see the color. The camera sucks on this, but
Oh, it's not terrible. I can see like
But,
the
dude,
purples, the reds.
this
It's like a
nug
real
is so
nice, tight
frosty.
bud.
like my fingertips are covered in crystals right now. It smells delicious, dude. And it was a decent price, bro. You can't beat it.
Digging it. I like it. I'm also, honestly, I'm liking this new camera setup. I hope when the patrons get to see this one that you guys like it too. It gives it this more like higher production feel, and it's fun, man. This has been kind of nice. It definitely we said it before back in the day. It has that like that 70s show sesh vibe.
Yeah, dude.
Only I'm not passing you guys this piece. I get to smoke it all to my face every time.
Honestly,
I know,
though,
dude.
man,
I
I
wish
feel
I
like that's
could
more of
pass
the
you that
adult
shit.
session. You know what I mean? Everybody brings their own sack to the sesh. You sit down and you smoke your own sack, and we just chill and talk. You know what I mean? I feel like as adults, that's how you sesh.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I like to share the different weed with my friends though. Like
Sometimes.
No, but
it's been a long
this
time
is the
now,
thing.
but-
This is the thing, though, Sean. Is like I'm just saying, everybody brings their own sack, and then you trade amongst yourselves or whatever. You know what I mean? But you got your own, your own pipe, your own Dynavap, your own bong, whatever you partake out of, and everybody just chills and just smokes their own bowl or their own doob or whatever, and you just spread the wealth of whatever everybody has brought. It's like a potluck. A potluck.
yes.
You see what I did there?
Yay! Bro, I just want you to know I'm stealing that for a marketing thing.
Bro, we need to do one.
Bro, we
Shedtime
got to.
potluck.
I'm saying, like, we just got to be something we can figure out.
Bro, a Shedtime potluck, bro.
Yep.
Dude, that's
Yep.
a double entendre there.
Yo, and I mean, that just leads me into that continuing thought. We need a Shedtime cookbook. All the fucking
For real.
weird, all the weird fucking
Yo,
things
I'm
that we
just
can
gonna
put into
like
a
I'm
Shedtime
gonna
cookbook.
challenge our listeners. If you have any sick recipes,
Dude, that's what it should
send
be.
them to Shedtime podcast. Shedtime.podcast.
No.
You guys say it.
You always get it wrong.
Greenroom.shedtime. That's it. Send them to greenroom.shedtime@gmail.com.
thegreenroom.shedtime@gmail.com.
Yeah, so that right there, send any recipes. Like they can be legit. They can be whatever kind of recipe you want. If you have like a cannabis recipe, send it in. If you got like a sick ass baked beans recipe, send it in.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yo.
If this comes to fruition,
Baked
bro.
beans.
Yes!
Baked beans.
You just had the thought I did.
What happened? I don't get it.
Baked beans.
Oh, yo. All right. You guys love
Get
me to
you-
water, but I drank. I
maybe
drank.
maybe some smoked sausage.
I'm loving this. Dude, oh my god. Yes, I need to do all of these things now because fuck, dude. I love this kind of bad humor. I am a fan of this kind of bad
punny,
humor.
Very
Yep.
punny.
Yep, it's my thing. I mean, I looked at somebody the other day. I was like, you know what happened to me? Like, all right, hold on. I got to tell you guys all about last week, right? So we did the podcast, and I'm going about my shit, and all of a sudden I notice something's just not right, and I realize somebody stole my limbo pole. I mean, really, how low can you go?
Hey, dude. I got a question for you though, Sean. What do you use to cut wood? A saw, dude.
I think that's the third time I've heard it, but every time
I fucking love it. It's so good, bro. It's
Oh
so
my
good.
god, that's awesome. So my wife, you guys know my wife crochets. She's really into all that sort of yarn work stuff. She's working on this like kind of like cool looking jacket thing, right? So the way it's gonna be like this patchwork scenario. So she's working on the first sleeve, and she said, look at how big it is. I look at her, I go, that's what did I say? I said, I can't but sleeve it.
Sleeve it.
Yeah, when I tell you that my wife divorced me, you'll know why.
One time she'll just be like, yo, that was too bad.
I'm gonna finally hit her with a stupid joke like that, and she's gonna be like, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
Here.
Dude, actually listen to this radio
Fuck this
station.
shit, I'm out.
And there's this one guy, he does like the afternoons, and so I listen to it a lot in the afternoons when I'm at work, because like I'm driving around and delivering shit. And this dude always he has like the dad jokes of the day, but like, I think that I can't remember if they're called like dad jokes of the day or like just like that kind of a dad style joke. And he's like, oh, the other day I was like walking down the grocery store aisle or whatever with my fiance, and I told her this joke, and like he would dude, they're terrible. Like they're terrible, but they're so bad that they're funny. I wish I could remember a single one. I'll just say, like, there's 0% chance this dude will ever hear this, but shout out Chris Walker. Like, you're actually pretty funny. You're pretty good for a small town. Like, dude, he does a radio station for a small town that has 5,000 people. But he's actually, like, pretty good, and he's pretty funny. I think he's your age, James.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, he's like this, like, kid from Newfoundland. But anyways, he does the dad jokes, and I think that they're fucking hilarious. Because it reminds me also of like when Dan used to do the dad jokes.
I love good dad jokes, man, and I do. I miss our friend Dan. Shout out to my Danta. He had some great dad jokes.
I wonder if we can try to get him to come out to Still Valley somehow.
I think that a reach out would have had to been a long time before right now. He's got a family, you know? I don't know if it's like that simple.
It is never that simple.
Next time, bro. Listen, soon enough, James.
Honestly, I haven't heard from him in a long time, man. Hopefully you're doing good, Dan, if you hear this.
I'm going to miss the gym at some point today.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like the one thing, you know, I know that we've talked about like this probably at some capacity before, but just because our circles have gotten like fairly large over the whole vaping, basically, I guess, but ultimately it's just like that was our gateway into like making internet friends. But it's when your world is so large, you know, people that can be a big part of it for a while can just like kind of disappear, and it's like you need those little reminders every so often to think about them, and then you're like, oh, you know what, I should reach out to them. But because there's more people, that means that there's more people that you need to reach out to. So like it's hard, you know what I mean? Sometimes I don't do anything, and then I feel even worse. But part of it is because I think, oh, well, if I message, you know, in this example, Dan, then I gotta message him, and I gotta message her, and then the next thing I know, I've like kind of lost. I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I just basically like vocalized how I'm a piece of shit and a bad friend. I'm sorry. Like I have been one of those people in my life that like if you're not in my face, I'll think about you, but I don't do anything for a while, and then eventually I will. Though I never not do it. It's just no, you know what I mean.
But listen,
does anybody else have that?
I am 100% with you on this, and this is the thing, right? I call this part of adulthood because what I notice is that like as we all get older and as we continue to, you know, progress in lives and all of this stuff happens, we start to reprioritize, right? And like things happen the way they do. Like I know for the longest time it was like 2 years straight we spent every fucking night together in a Discord server in Zoom rooms hanging out for hours on end. And then eventually I hit a point where it's like, all right, I need to take a break. Like I'm starting to like not enjoy it. And so I took a break for a little while. And then it got to a point where it was like, you know, I'm really comfortable hanging out with my wife right now. I like spending some time with her, not doing this thing. And then it became more routine doing that than it was coming back to the Discord. And so now it's like you almost have to make that mental note to yourself, like, all right, once in a while I need to go make time for those friends of mine because I'm just busy doing my life. I go to work, I come home, I make dinner, you know, the wife and I eat, we clean up the kitchen, we sit down, we watch a little TV, smoke a couple bowls. All right, now it's time to go to bed. Get up, repeat, you know? So like I think for honestly like reflecting on it as I'm saying it, that is possibly one of the biggest blessings of doing this show, is that this is one of those times that literally stops me dead in my tracks from doing the same mundane things, because the show is ever changing and we're always talking about weird different shit and we're not always focused on the same things. And it's like I get to just slow down and kick it with the boys and have some time. And we all need to do that. And I think you're 100%
Absolutely,
right.
dude.
Like we should remember to reach out to some of those friends that we haven't heard from in a while.
Like it's hard though, right? Because like the older you get, the more people are gonna have been a part of your life. Like I've never been a person that was like a pure shut-in and never wanted to talk to anyone. You know what I mean? I've always enjoyed conversations forever. And like I've never wanted to be like, oh, I need to be alone for like 2 weeks. Nah, that's not me. That would make me just like I would take away from my quality of life, right?
Yeah.
So like I've met a bunch of people. So there's people that like I might have went to high school with that I haven't talked to since high school, but occasionally I'll still think about them. And I need to just like, instead of just like, oh yeah, dude, fuck, oh I remember that dude. I literally
Side
live in a
note,
time where I can find them quick.
I need one of those, Sean.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Rubbing it
dude,
in my
this is
face
the second
and
time
shit.
you've had it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know it's good.
1, 2, 3, 4 are just in this room. So I've put
I
down
haven't been able
several.
to find it out here anywhere. Where are you getting it from? Walmart?
Dude, I got them from Walmart. I found them in my local gas stations. Like they're popping up everywhere around here right now. If you guys want to know what we're talking about, it's the new Mtn Dew Spark. It's a blast of raspberry lemonade, and it's wildly
Yeah, I could definitely
good.
get behind that. Like I love
want it.
raspberry lemonade. It's fire.
I want that in a vape liquid.
Yo, like it. Honestly, it reminds me. Shout out to old homeboy Mitch. It reminds me of his lemonade that he did a little bit when I think about it as a vape liquid. But this is like definitely raspberry lemonade and that typical Mtn Dew citrus vibe in it. So like it's delicious. And if it goes flat, you just have raspberry lemonade.
That's not bad.
I mean, yeah, I'm not mad if it goes flat, I guess. I've never
Dude,
kept
honestly,
it long enough.
I'm not super mad at like flat Mountain Dew really too much.
I actually find that Mountain Dew's kind of already light on the carbonation.
Yeah, it's not super carbonated anyways. Yeah. I think that's why I really enjoy it, because I can literally just like chug it.
I feel like, and it's weird too, because some of the different Mountain Dews, like I find that Baja Blast has more carbonation. It is probably just in my brain than like Code Red.
Do you normally get it from Taco Bell though, like from the fountain?
I've got it from a bottle too.
Even in the bottle, you find it more carbonated.
I feel like I agree with that
like,
though.
Then Code Red, like maybe it's like on par with like traditional like OG Mountain Dew.
I feel like Code Red feels
like
almost flat.
Found there was a little bit more flat.
I kind of find Code Red real syrupy.
Yeah, dude, 100%. Yeah, it's definitely real syrupy. I don't really like Code Red. I don't think it tastes terrible, but like the overall experience,
if all I've got is Code Red to drink and I want a glass of soda, fine.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
I'll drink it.
I've kind of been picking Voltage over Code Red if I go like away from the standard. You know what I mean?
The Voltage is nice, but it almost has this like if I melted a bag of gummy bears into a soda.
See, I think it kind of tastes like if I put in like a teaspoon of cough syrup in like regular Mountain Dew. Like that's kind of the way. I don't know what it is. I don't like Voltage at all. It's my least favorite one for sure. I'd rather drink Code Red.
My least favorite's Livewire.
I think
I like that one.
I think I'm the only one here who liked the gingerbread one.
Never tried it.
I never tried it. Never tried it.
Yeah.
You did like the watermelon one too. I didn't like that one either.
Yeah, I liked that watermelon one a lot. That shit tasted like...
That one's around out here all over the place.
Oh, though. I think that I tried that and I didn't think it was very good.
Swap shop?
See, that watermelon shit was just like drinking a fucking bag of watermelon Sour Patch Kids to me. I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Yeah, and I think that's why, dude. It was too sweet, too candy for me. Anyway.
Yeah, I liked that. But yeah, that gingerbread one, I don't think I've met anybody who tried it who actually liked it besides me.
I didn't like that voodoo one either that they did. Well, they did a couple of them. They did like the Halloween mystery ones.
I liked this last one they did.
I didn't
But
try the last one.
Yeah.
I tried like one 2 years ago. I think,
Yeah,
and
you
it was
told
like,
we were
eh.
talking about this once because it was like the candy corn one you tried, right?
something.
And it was
It was something like that.
disgusting,
Yeah,
and
it
it
was weird.
sounds terrible. And like this year was something different, and it was actually pretty tasty. And I cannot remember what it was because I got like one bottle before it was never in stock again. Like I go to a weird gas station around here that like they're small, so like they don't really carry like a ton of stuff. So the fact that I can find these there is a shock.
Here's a question: are you guys gonna try the hard Mountain Dews, the hard seltzers that they're
Hard
doing?
pass.
I don't
Pardon
like
the pun.
seltzers at all, so like I probably wouldn't know.
I don't even think I've had it. I've had one seltzer, I think, and it wasn't bad. It was when I was with Ashton in Idaho. They're the like Belching Beaver, guava, passion fruit, something. They're actually pretty tasty.
Belching Beaver.
Yeah, dude.
Really? Because
Yeah,
I know I believe they're a beer
They're
company.
brewery.
Yeah,
they make like a lot of like IPAs and like different shit like that. But yeah, they'd made a hard seltzer and it was pretty tasty, dude. I'll have to. I think it was something guava, but anyways, that was like my first experience. I had that and I was like, they're not bad, but I had never really had the inclination or like want to like fucking try any other ones. But I'm not gonna lie, a Baja Blast that might get you a little buzz. I might be down. You know what I mean?
I know,
So here's
but
the
dude, I don't
thing.
think that it's gonna taste like a Baja Blast. If it's a seltzer, it's gonna have that like bittery sort of like sweetness, like dry mouth.
I don't know though.
shit.
It might not though. That's why I'm like, I might
It
try it.
probably
I don't
will
know if
have
I'm gonna
sweetness.
like.
Okay,
fucking-
sure. I'll try it. Once,
I don't know if
but
I'll like
highly
buy like a
doubt it.
big old case of them. I might just like grab one of the.
Well, I think you're gonna be let down if you're under that impression
Yeah.
at all. That's all I'm saying. 'Cause
Oh no,
that's why
I don't think it's
wouldn't
gonna
wanna
be
try it.
fucking fantastic, but who knows? It might be kind of good.
Here's the world I want to live in. I want a Baja Blast weed soda.
That'd be good.
That's the world I want to live in.
Oh, speaking of which, guess what's gonna be here tomorrow, fellas?
Baja Blast.
Fresh fucking order of fucking blast off from the fountain, boys. Oh,
What?
6 bottles of that shit, dude.
That's a come up.
I had to grab it. I've been in need. I've been in want, and my fixing is gonna be finally. My cravings finally gonna get fixed.
Dude, the fucking blast. For people who don't vape and maybe don't understand what the blast, or do vape and don't understand what the blast off is, it's Baja Blast flavor. Just to be blunt, like
Pretty
it's,
damn close. At least.
It's the closest thing to a Baja Blast flavor you're ever gonna taste. For some people, it's Baja Blast to them through and through.
Dude,
like
that's
they don't see the difference. So like you be the judge. If you ever get your hands on some, try it.
Dude,
I'm certain you're gonna like it.
I'm putting it in like about 6 setups, bro. As soon as it gets here.
I'll never forget when that shit came out, and like I had grabbed it because I was still managing the vape shop at the time, and a buddy of mine who had just started vaping, he was up from Arizona. I had it in a squonker, and I go to grab him from the hotel he's staying at to go bring him up to his family so he can crash with them for a couple of days. And I'm like, yo, you need to try this. I'm like, I know how much you love Baja Blast. Vape this. He took 2 or 3 hits and he was like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I need a bottle now. And we literally stopped at my vape shop on the way to his folks' house so he could have himself a bottle because he couldn't find it in the shops he was going to. I was like so blown away by his reaction.
It's good, dude. Like, well, you guys know I don't really like fruit flavors, but I always, dude, I'll always have a soft spot for that liquid. Always. No matter
man.
what.
It's like I said, it's Baja Blast. Basically, to be blunt, like you're never gonna taste any nicotine flavored e-liquid that will taste any closer to Baja Blast than that.
Yeah, I highly doubt it. It's actually like it might even. I don't want to say that it tastes better because it's like totally different, but it almost like has more popping flavor.
Well, the thing I always found interesting about it was the fact that they really were able to accentuate that feeling of carbonation in flavor form by using that bit of champagne flavor in there. you almost felt the effervescence of soda when you vaped. And I thought that was really fucking just a brilliant move on their part.
And the thing is they kind of market it as a slushy flavor too.
Well, that was the gimmick, right? When they
Yeah.
bought the line, they were all... my shop used to sell the line they bought, as a matter of fact. They were all supposed to be slush flavors. And, like, the cherry slush was the only one that was even remotely good in the line, and it was still terrible. But it was the one I
cherry
carried
ice.
still.
I actually didn't mind it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like
not the original ones, the fountain versions.
Yeah, the original one, the cherry ice, was the only good one, and it wasn't even that good. But like, we had some customers who it was one of their favorite liquids, so we always kept it in stock. And then when the fucking fountain, when OPMH bought that line and completely reformulated everything and dropped the fountain, dude, those people went nuts because their cherry ice was better than ever, and they had these other incredible flavors now that just were light years beyond what they were when they were designed. And that's the thing, when they were designed by people who were vaping in like cartomizers and Triton tanks. So of course the flavor was terrible in people's baby beasts.
Well, I'll tell you what, that shit's fire now.
Yeah. Now this shit bangs.
Best part is it's showing up right before I go out to fucking Steel Valley, so I'll have some fire ass liquid to take with me. I'm gonna grab like a bottle of that.
I made sure that Will's gonna have some guava jelly for you.
I might take 2 bottles with me because I'm gonna be out there a week, and I feel
No,
like
dude, just take one because you're gonna try that guava jelly and shit. You might end up fucking just being like, "This is a banger," and just
but I might just end up vaping the whole bottle and still need one.
No, I understand that. This is James and Blast Off, and it's been years.
Because, dude, I've gone through 100 mils pretty quick, so 60s don't really stand a chance. Because, dude, I went through a 60 of your liquid in like 3-4 days. And I'm going to be out there for 9.
Gang.
But anywho.
Yeah. That's flavor. That's savoring the flavoring, ladies and gentlemen. So, on that note, I'm looking at that Gucci, and we're coming close to the end. And at that point, I say, this is a great time to take another rip ski.
Dude, you know what? I'm down. And you know what? I'm actually going to get into the indica. I might do a little gelato mix.
For ha-has, right? Obviously, at the time of recording this, it's Super Bowl Sunday. The game is hours and hours away. By the time our listeners hear this, we'll well be aware of who the winner is. Predictions from everybody? What do you guys think?
I'm gonna say that LA is gonna win by 8.
Ooh, bold.
Yeah, that's almost double the spread. Spread's at -4.5 for LA.
This is what I'm going to say. Just because I'm going to be in LA County, I might as well just go for LA. I honestly haven't paid attention to football at all this season. I just literally found out who was in the Super Bowl the other day.
Hell yeah.
But honestly, you know, I'm gonna rock with the Rams, dude, because the first NFL game I ever went and saw was the Indianapolis Colts versus the LA Rams. Like this is a few years ago. I'm a Colts fan. But
I'm a big Colts fan.
I also seen the Rams play, you know, live in the Coliseum. So fuck it, I'll rock with the Rams, dude.
All right. So I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm actually gonna say I'm gonna root for fucking Cincinnati, and there's a few funny reasons and a partially serious one. So back in the day when I was, you know, still digging football and shit, we had Ocho Cinco on the Bengals. And yeah. I was a Chad Johnson fan for sure. He was dope on the Bengals. I really did love the Bengals at that point. So I actually have a Chad Johnson jersey. So shout out to the Bengals for that. So that's part of the serious part. But the other not so serious part is that the Simpsons already predicted that the Bengals are going to win this game, and the Simpsons fucking predict everything apparently. So I'm going with the goddamn Simpsons on this and saying that the Bengals fucking win it, and I'm literally trying to find the damn thing where the person put it together so I could be like, here's the score, because the Simpsons actually show a score between Cincinnati and LA where Cincinnati beats LA, and I think it's by like 4 points. So if that's the case and Cincinnati wins by 4, then the Simpsons really do have a goddamn time traveler on their staff who's trying to fuck with people and successfully doing so.
I'm gonna just say, I hope one of us is right. That'd be cool. I'm gonna have to actually like put some bets out there. You know what I mean?
Just cover the spread. Go for it.
Yeah.
Send it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. I might try to like put together like a little parlay ticket. Get some props going in there. I keep on hearing people talking about the first kickoff. It's like 18 of the last 20 Super Bowls. The first kickoff was got returned. It wasn't a touchback, like because they get a brand new ball. That apparently it's like harder for kickers to kick because it's a brand new ball. It's not worked in, nothing. So it's hard for them to really like get that, I guess, feel for it. And it's like 18 of the last 20.
Bang. So here's your evidence that the Simpsons called it. Cincinnati 34, LA 31, and here's Homer with a Go Bengals painted on his belly. And there's the Bengals cheerleaders.
What year was that?
So if I'm remembering correctly, these are actually pieced together from different episodes. The Cincinnati Bengals cheerleaders show up in a completely different episode. The Cincinnati 34, LA 31 is Daddy-Daughter Day, when Homer and Lisa start betting on football together. And the Go Bengals one is when he's become such a successful taunter that he's been coaching all of these different people how to do like end zone taunts and shit, that the commissioner of the NFL wants to see him, and he goes, good, maybe he can help me get this off, and he turns around and goes, it's soaked right through, and it's literally still says Go Bengals on his back. Yeah, I'm a Simpsons nerd, sorry.
Dude, well, okay, because you are a Simpsons nerd and you just like spurred another memory. What was that team where he was it was like the baseball team he was like the mascot?
The Isotopes.
That's right.
Yep.
Dude, that's the same episode where he was getting a cannon shot at him, right?
So,
or is that
the cannon's the one where he's on Hullabalooza and he becomes part of the freak show.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
See, so I have lots of Simpson memories, but fanatics can put that shit together.
Yeah,
that's the difference right there.
And here's the thing, right? You have two different times that he's been basically a mascot for the Isotopes, because there's one where he is dancing Homer. He starts as a mascot dancing on a dugout in the 5th inning for the Isotopes, and then he actually gets called up to Capital City. Then there's another one where Homer goes on a hunger strike because they're going to move the Isotopes to Albuquerque. And in that one, they literally, while he's passed out, starving to death outside, they cut him, move him to the inside, out into the field, way out into the outfield, and set him up by some fireworks as though he's the Topes' biggest fan, and he's on a hunger strike till the Topes win the pennant. Yeah. Damn. I am a Simpsons nerd. Holy
but dude,
fuck.
you know that. Like, you know that about like 1,000,000%. You know what I mean?
I mean, I just owned it right there. Like, god damn.
Yeah, your Simpsons buff is showing.
Yeah, yo. You know what's sad? I wish I had more friends to hang out with in person, because I literally have Cards Against the Simpsons. And I've never played it.
Dude, that'd actually be pretty fun.
Like, I've read the cards.
It might not be fun to play with you, but like I feel like with people that were like around my knowledge and ability.
But it's Cards Against Humanity with a Simpsons theme. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like anybody can play, whether you're a Simpsons fan or not. Just all of the gags in it have like a Simpsons vibe to it.
Okay. Nah.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
And
it's
I
like
still
when we were
wanna play with
playing.
you. I
Yeah,
still want
like
to play with you.
like it's like when we were playing the apples game.
Angry
Evil
Apples.
Angry Apples,
Evil,
yeah.
evil
Apples. There we
Angry
go.
Apples.
James, way to go.
But yeah, Evil Apples. It's like it was like that if we had if we were just playing a Simpsons deck. But this one's like 10 Simpsons decks basically all together. But you know, I don't have enough IRL friends who can get together at the same exact time because when you're a grown up, you all work conflicting shifts and schedules. And, you know, it's like, hey, Dan, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, that's right. You're a parent and you have to watch your kids. Fair. All right, cool. I'll talk to you next year.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, fellas. I'm pretty litty.
I bet. Oh, Blueberry Hill's so good.
That last one was a doozy. That gelato mints, man.
I found a bean inside that Deer Creek diesel. I want to grow it.
Do it.
Magic beans. I'm not selling that one for any cows, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's right. I went there.
Ba-dum-bunk.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the show. Let's see what happens with the Super Bowl. Go team. Yay football. Or
go sports ball.
Or if you're familiar with the reference, that foosball's the devil, Baba Boucher. So
if you don't know that reference, like
yeah, I'm
Get down the course, show me who boobies now.
and I like them too. God bless Adam Sandler.
I fucking love Waterboy, bro.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
So, yeah.
I ruined it.
Nope, you enhanced it. Uncle Chris, time to tell him what it is.
It's time to shine. Okay, well, thanks everybody for tuning in. You know, obviously, go give us a follow on SoundCloud. Listen to us wherever you want. You can check out all that stuff on shedtimepodcast.com. So go do that. As for myself, you can catch me on Tuesday nights on KVTV's YouTube channel for mixing it up. It's just 4 dudes that chill, mix the liquid, try new recipes, try to shed some knowledge upon our viewers, as well as just try to learn and grow ourselves, which is, I guess, a big part, especially, I guess, like for me, you know, having a business and stuff like that, coming up with new ideas is never a bad look. And then on Friday nights, if you're into like vape content at all, obviously, go over to Franjanko Vapory's YouTube channel for the Green Room, 8 o'clock as well, Eastern Standard Time. For all of you that don't know, that's like New York City, Toronto, like the bigger cities on the East Coast, all go on Eastern Time, so that's the time. Also, it's I'm pretty sure everybody knows fucking Eastern Time. Sorry, my bad. That was like a mansplained like fucking Eastern Time zone. My bad. But then, yeah, dude, lastly, if you want to try any of my e-liquids and stuff like that, just go over to unclechristestinggrounds.com. As a matter of fact, when you hear this, now, I can't, yeah, maybe. Sweet news, huh? Yeah, that's awesome. Great. But anyways, these guys are fucking Sean.
What is going on right now, Chris? What are you doing?
Hey, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm ultimately saying everybody to just be safe, have a good week, and live your best life. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's how I'm finishing. And James, go ahead.
Hashtag pothead problems.
Look even worse. How about that?
My mama said alligator's so angry because they got all them teeth, no toothbrush. No, but in all reality, guys, thank you guys for coming hanging out. Make sure you guys follow us on SoundCloud if you're not already. We're trying to give some stuff away, but we're going to be doing that through the SoundCloud. So follow us there, but you guys can listen to us everywhere you want, available everywhere. 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts are greatly appreciated. You guys are tuning to us there. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mom, tell your mom's friends, tell everybody.
Grandmom.
Yeah, just tell your dog and his friends too. Tell everybody about the Shed. We're trying to grow this community, and you guys can help us by sharing the podcast around. Of course, you can also check out the Patreon if you also want to help support us and get the video version and see our the three of us just act the fool here in the Shed, as we call it. So go check that out as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. And of course, like Chris said, you can check me out and these fellas as well on Fridays on my YouTube channel. I will say my computer is going to be out of commission for a little bit, so I got to figure some stuff out. We might be doing some streams from the old laptop, so bumpers and stuff may not be as they usually are, and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to work things out to where we can still bring you guys the show until I get my computer figured out. So hang tight. But other than that, we'll continue to be doing this as we always do every week for you guys. Shedtime podcast. Words. Shedtimepodcast.com. And with that, I'm going to end as I always do, sending out positive vibes, crisp high fives, and as always, let's just shed time our faces off. Over to you, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Shedtime podcast. This program was brought to you by 3 stoners. We don't know what the fuck we're doing, but thank you for listening.
What?
And with all of that, you know the drill. Shedtimepodcast.com is your one-stop shop for everything that is Shed Time Podcast. You can find the show. You can find the link to the Patreon. You can find everything else, all the socials, merch sites, everything, all at shedtimepodcast.com. So go check it out. And other than that, I'm going to bring it to a close like I always do and tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, be sure to have some fun, because it's the Shit Time Podcast, and we're about to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap, Dynavap, Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right, your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton of Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sean Tyven, the Angry Hippie, and I'm back at it again. We're here today to talk about Unicorn Vapes Inc., a fantastic Canadian company who's making outstanding vape hardware. If you're looking for a fantastic, high-quality mechanical device or an excellent RDA, and you're looking for it at a fantastic and affordable price, look no further than Unicorn Vapes Inc. You can get your Unicorn Vapes Inc. products at areliquid.com. That's areliquid.com. Check them out today.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Suck, dude.
Dude, did you say Shit Time Podcast?
I mean, I kind of got some cotton mouth, so it may have sounded like that. Shit Time Podcast.
Dude, I swear to God, I heard shit time, dude. Either that or I'm just high as fuck. I don't know. What are the two?
Welcome to
like
Shit
mother,
Time
but,
Podcast.
I can hear the cottonmouth in Sean though. It's like
You can for sure.
Yep.